Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Do you know what today is? Today is Thursday, and that is my To the Toes series. What is that? Well, yeah, it's something to do with toes, feet, right? Socks, slippers, right? Feet related things that we're making. The reason I'm doing this is I don't want to get caught up at the end of the year, and we're getting there. I mean, I know it is March, but I try to do at least 10 pair of socks every year, adult socks, and I give them away around Christmas time. My family, most of my family are Christmas and birthdays, that November, December, January time period. So if I want to do birthdays and Christmas, I really need to get moving. And somebody reminded me that, oh wait, there's 9 more months. Oh, oh, wow, okay. That was supposed to reassure me, but it kind of freaked me out. I don't know why it did, but it did. It's like, oh, it just hit of, you need to start making some socks. Have I finished adult socks this year? Yes, I have. The first pair I finished was on the first of the year, and my husband has already taken them and wearing them. He claimed them before they were done. He claimed them as his Christmas socks. They were special socks with the individual toe. The big toe was individual from the rest of the feet, the rest of the toes. So he already claimed those. I got those done on the first of the year. And then I made a beautiful mosaic pair for my daughter-in-law, who's still in the hospital, still waiting, still holding baby tight, right? But, and I made a pair and I gave them to her. So even though I have finished some this year, they don't really count towards my, 10 or what have you, because I don't have them to give away towards the end of the year. That's how that goes. So I have worked on some adult socks this week. I know that is a shock considering I've been doing all of the little wee baby ones, because it's making me really happy. Mommy's doing all the hard work and just keeping baby in. By my calculations, they're wanting to keep baby in for another 10 days, and that'll put them at 34 weeks. So she's doing a Herculean effort, and I have been doing baby things. And then I came in here. I came home from work and all the grandkids were here. All 5 of the grandkids. We got to see all the adult children the same day. All the kids. I was not expecting it. In my room, my yarn room, this whole chaos has never been off limits to the kids. Yeah. So I came home and they're all running around there doing things. And one of my granddaughters comes and everything, and she's got a ball of yarn that the 2 girls made. And say, look, Nana, we made this for mommy. And it's like supposedly a ball of scraps, but I know my scrap bag has pieces like this and what have you. And I'm like, that's not necessary. I'm like, I don't know where they got it. I don't know what they were digging into, because again, it's not been off limits. And I kind of cringed. I'm like, okay, it's fine. Yeah, there you go. But she was so happy. They were so happy. I let them play. And then later in the evening, one of the grandchildren taught the other one how to crochet a chain. So she's walking around. She's got a crochet hook because they're in my room, right? They're plentiful. And some yarn, and she's crocheting. And my husband's like, hey, honey, what yarn are you using? Oh, these are just scraps. Are you sure Nana thinks that they're scraps too? Oh, yeah, they're definitely scraps. All right, they had fun. They had fun. So that was great. And what got me the most, oh my God, it really did. I came into my room. We know my room's a mess. I've talked about it. Yeah, they messed my mess up. Does that make sense? They messed up my mess. I'm like, and I have little strings everywhere because I have a large bag of the ends and clippings, and I do use those to stuff amigurumi. Why not? I mean, other people have talked about it using those ends. I could do that too. So I have done that. And that's part of what, and every time they come over, they get into these bags and they'll rip the bags open, and it's like string string confetti on everything. And, I told my husband, go look at my room. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, it picks up. So not a problem. But the one thing that got me the most was this. Do we see something's missing on our cute little Grinch? These are the other baby socks. If you didn't see the other videos or you're new, hi, welcome. Thank you so much. But these are the other baby socks that my Grinch is happily modeling, which to me, I think is absolutely hilarious that I have Grinch modeling the preemie baby clothes. So where's the jacket? I'm looking again. My room is not the neatest. I'm like, where is the jacket? I found it. I did find it. So I do have the jacket. I'm like, what? Just, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know, because these are clothes for baby brother. Now they might not realize that these are clothes for baby brother, because they just look like dressing a doll, right? I mean, yeah. So no, nothing was lost. So no harm. All right. I'll have to check the batteries of my scale, because they do like to, I've got the kitchen scale type thing that I weigh everything with. I think I got it at Knit Picks years ago, but it's your typical kitchen scale. And they like to weigh things, and I'm looking at it, and it's on the floor, and it's got some stitch markers on it. So they were weighing stitch markers, and they'll weigh balls of yarn, which is fine, but they want to climb up, and like, I want that one up in the corner. They do that. So I just have to let them play and, clean up the mess. It's like, fine. So no harm. I found the clothes. Good. But that did, my heart was going, oh, where's the outfit? It's my first ever actual matching baby outfit. It'll look better when I put buttons on it and it lays right, but there you go. But it's my first ever. I'm like, I would like to have that for baby brother. There. So I've got all these little baby socks and everything. I thought, I really need to work on those adult things, because we got 9 more months and I got 10 socks, 10 pairs. Oh, I have to make more than a pair a month, which doesn't sound bad. It really doesn't. If you make socks, that's not a lot. But if you've been around here for a while and this is not your first video that you're watching of me, I get sidetracked, and I don't mind it. I don't curb it. I have to be an adult in my adult life, right? Do you have to be an adult in your adult life, and you have to make good decisions, and you have to take care of things, right? Doing adulting things. Well, so do I. But in this room, I don't have to be an adult. In this room, I can let my inner child out. I can go from project to project. I can play. It doesn't matter. I mean, let's face it. I have enough yarn. I can start a ball every single day, probably for the entire year. I wouldn't recommend that. I don't think it's advisable. But if I got that itch and I wanted to, I could. And I wouldn't be hurting anyone, because I bought the yarn. Me and my husband, it counts, right? Everything is mine is his, and everything that's his is mine, right? So it counts. So I bought the yarn, and if I didn't buy it, it was given to me. So either way, it's been paid for. It's in this house. There's no layaway on it, and they don't even do layaway anymore. Ooh, age, showing the age. Anyway, so I do what's happy, what I like to do. And there you go. I got totally sidetracked. We're talking about socks. Want to see the adult socks I started working on? Yes, you do. This is another series, because this year I've been having fun with the series. This one is my Tackle It series that I do on Tuesdays. And I've been going through and finding really old projects that I have stashed away. 3+ years is what I'm calling the really old projects. Things that I started well before starting my channel that you might have had a chance to see me work on. And this sock right here, this adult sock, is from one 50-gram ball of yarn. Here we go. Strings everywhere. From a 50-gram ball of yarn. All right, and I've got these little tiny circular needles. These are size 1, like the 9-inch circular needles. Yeah, I can't use those. Even when I did this, they hurt my hands. I want to use them. They are cool. This in a project bag, awesome. I want to use them. They make my hands cramp. It's not worth it. So I will transfer these. And I had already started doing the toe decreases on this sock, and we determined that this will fit my daughter-in-law, who happens to be in the hospital right now with her 4th baby, right? Grandbaby number 6, her 4th. And, it's one of those, I'd like to finish it. So the encouragement was finish this, because, hello, one sock is almost done. And picked out, okay, it's still here. Oh, there's no telling. I'm just saying, when the kids are here, there's no telling. My mess becomes a mess. So picked up this. This is an opal sock yarn. Do I have a color name on this? I don't think it matters, because I've had it for a while. You know how that goes. Can you get the same color? I don't know. It's Party. Yep. Opal Uni, which is solid, one color, Party. And opal is a fantastic sock yarn. And this is like a periwinkle color. It might not be coming through that, but it's periwinkle. And, it works pretty well with that blue right there. Great. So the first instinct was, good, I'm going to go ahead, rip back the toe decreases that I have here, because what I had in my I weighed what I had left on the ball of yarn, and it was 23.5 grams. That wasn't going to be enough to get to this exact same part. So I'm going to have to rip some of this back. That's fine. And then do a contrasting toe. That's why I picked this out. And that's what I was going to do, is immediately do that. And then I got smart. So I don't always do that. I don't always do the smart thing first. Sometimes I do the hard thing first, have to rip it out. Sometimes I do it a couple times, have to rip it out. Whatever. It's part of the learning process. This time I got smart. Hey, why not start the second sock? Oh, genius. Brilliant. Had to find the zeros, right? Because those are size 0. And I work with size 1s on my socks now, but I used to work on 0s. That's why I mean, look at this. Look how tiny. Look. Look how tiny those stitches are. Those are so tiny. But I found some 0s. Wonderful. Here's my cake, because I had to recake the yarn, make it nice and neat. And I started. Look at this. Here's my size 0 needle. Let me set it right here. Don't lose the needle. And I have started the sock. Oh my gosh. And I've actually got a pretty good amount of progress, because if you look at this, I am right now to the beginning of the heel flap. That is where I'm at, right there. And now I'm going to start the heel flap. I'm going to hold these really close and measure them too, because I went by rows. I counted the rows. They're not going to match lining up with the color. I already knew that was going to be the case, because I'm going to use every last bit of this yarn. So I don't have enough left over to try to do that matchy match, which this yarn will do 100%. If I had 250-gram balls of this, that would be perfect, but I don't. So I'm going to do with what I have. So they will be fraternal twins. They'll be close, but not exact matches, and that's fine. So on size 0s, cast on 64 stitches, and I did, I think it was 13 rounds of ribbing. I don't know why I did 13. It's weird. Maybe it was 12. And then 15 rounds of stockinette. And now it is time to do this. Let me see if I can get a better view of it. Right here. That right there, so thick. That is the heel turn right there. So adult pair of socks that I will be giving away. That is perfect. Already going. And that's a good amount of progress. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so yeah, I know you're like, oh, baby socks, baby socks. I know I've been doing a lot of baby socks. You don't think that I just did that though, right? Of course not. Look, I don't have both of them, but I have a baby sock. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? All right, it's a little person sock. This is not newborn. This is not preemie in any way, shape, or form. Let me see. Let's see. No, it is not quite big enough for the 2-year-old. She's got really tiny feet. She's got long, skinny feet. But there we go. He can grow into them. I can give them to somebody else. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It made me so happy to play with this little ball of rainbow yarn. I'm not sure what this yarn is. I got it in one of my mystery yarn challenge boxes last year. Yeah. And this, I believe, Elaine sent me from a Penguin Place Crafts. And you've heard me talk about Elaine before. You see this cute, right here. There we go. You see the orange robot? Elaine made that. She has an Etsy shop, and that's where I got the robot. I think it's absolutely adorable. I was planning on giving it to one of my grandkids, and you see a no. I kept it. But in fairness, they do come in here. They do play. And if they would have said, oh, Nana, I really, really want that, I would have relinquished it. Thankfully, they have ignored it, and it's mine. Yeah, there you go. It's mine. So this was a bonus type of a yarn that she sent me outside of the challenge. She sent it with the challenge yarn, right? That's what it was. And so I don't know what it is, but it makes me happy. So there you have it. And I'm making little people socks. And, you know, if the little guy gets bigger and they're like, that's too feminine, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Some child will get them, you know. Might not be these, I mean, you know, I've got one child that doesn't have kids yet, right? And they're trying, so it could happen. We could have more. Just saying, we could have more. So I did start the second one. Here we go. And get that other needle out. Yeah, so I have this long tube, right? Starting that second sock. Not done yet, but I do have it. So that's exciting. So I do have these little socks. Oh my gosh, those are just so cute. I like that yarn. I like the two colors in each color. the yellow and the orange matching, the two colors of green, the two colors of blue. I think that is spectacular. That is just so much fun. And you don't see it in here. I didn't realize that, right? I just thought it was a rainbow stripe. And this is just awesome. That is so much fun to play with. So I'm having fun with that, right? And then I thought this was kind of cool. Come back, unravel some just a little bit. I'm making a mess. It's my mess. I can do it. So here is, stop it. Stop. Here's my progress. I have my 2 socks. There we go. I have progress. I have to the toes progress. There we have it. I have adult, conservative, just understated. And I have happy. Wow. I feel good now. Thank you very much. So here we go. These are my 2 socks. And it's really interesting too. The baby socks I've got on size 2. So these are actually significantly, now I did add more rows. These are significantly larger than this little guy on 2s. Same pattern. I did add more rows. So I did make the foot longer, but it does seem so much larger. I guess it's not. I guess not so much, right? Not so much. It just seems like it is. And the reason, you know, toes bigger, because I did make more rounds, because it was recommended to me that, hey, make this again and add a couple more rows to it, or rounds to the foot, and it will last longer for said child when child gets into it. I'm like, okay, I can do that. So that's what I did. So I have a larger sock. That's fine. So size 2s. Now that's just the ribbing. That's a 1x1 ribbing right there. And where did it go? Oh, it's right, it's sitting right there. I couldn't see it because it was blending in with the other sock. And then this is a 2x2 rib, 2 knits, 2 purls. Look at that. Look how that is, how much I have to stretch that out. Look at the size difference between the 2s and the 0s. It is crazy. That is absolutely stunning right there. That's just amazing. So these are my 2 socks. Yeah. And I'm having fun making baby socks. Don't push me on slippers though. Slippers are weird. Slippers are just, they are so cute and they call. And I've got that really cute slipper book I got from Kindle, you know, on the Kindle Unlimited, and it's got lion slippers and tiger slippers and all these other things. No, I don't. I'll play with the socks. I'm behind on my socks. As it's been pointed out, there are 9 more months. 9. Which should be completely doable. But I want to make all the things. I want to do lace this year. Lace takes a lot of time. Lace is one where it's like, hey, look, I worked a full week on it and it's this big. If you're lucky, right? Like lace, right? It's like that. And you're like, hey, want to see my micro mini creation? It's this big. Want to see? I worked a lot. It's awesome. It is amazing, especially when you block it. Oh my gosh, it just blooms and it's gorgeous, but it looks, especially when you're working on it, it looks like a hot mess. It does. It looks like a hot mess. If you're doing something rather large and you've got your circular needles, you've got this big bowl of mess, because that's just what it looks like. And then when you block it, it's like a butterfly. It just blooms and blossoms. And it's like, oh, look, I have gone past the caterpillar stage and look at the stunningness that it is now. That's what lace does. But I'd like to do some lace. And yes, some other things are going to have to take a back seat. So I should probably prioritize those socks now. And the, like 7+ sweaters. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got 7 sweaters still. Yeah, still. I finished my husband's sweater and I finished the green sweater. Pretty sure I still have 7 more I can work on. Yeah, not sure how long that's going to be the case. As I continue to pop them out and get them done, I'll still have 7. You're like, how many things did you have started? I don't know. I don't know. My issue is the Tackle It series on Tuesdays. Oh my gosh, that is my issue. It is. We went through, we looked at this bag that hasn't seen the light of day in a while. You have to go back and look at it. Oh my gosh. So we were going through this bag and I only pulled out 2 things. There's still some more in there. I don't want to right now. I just can't. No, I don't want to. Can't make me. I'm on the side of the camera. Ha ha. So I have that. And you would think, oh, it's easy. You just grab some old stuff and everything and you just like rip it out. No, I want to finish both of them. I want to finish both of them. And the one was a mystery project. It's a beautiful shawl. It was a mystery project only because I couldn't remember the name of the pattern. But one of you wonderful, beautiful, absolutely amazing subscribers told me what the name of it was. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now I can actually finish that. So the things that I've started since you guys have been playing and watching my channel, even if I don't start anything new, okay, these baby socks are new. Okay, these are baby socks are new. But even if I don't start anything new, I'm finding things that I'm like, oh, I want to finish that. That's awesome. I can do that. I want to finish that. These socks, I'm finishing them. I'm adding projects, but not casting on anything new. You're like, that math doesn't math. I know it doesn't. I did not expect to want to finish a bunch of old projects, but they've been sitting in timeout or packed. And, you know, truthfully, not all of them were in timeout because I didn't like them. This one was 100%, not because I didn't like it, was I had this and I wound it so I could weigh it. Winding it up made it a little bit easier to fit on my scale and everything, weigh it. And I got the feeling I wasn't going to have enough yarn to finish where they were both alike. And at that point in my knitting, having fun, I didn't have the scales I have now. So I was guessing, but I wasn't quite sure. And when I was weighing them, I'm like, oh yeah, I was definitely right. And pull back to the complete toe and everything, and I'll be fine. Doing it like this, you know, in essence, 2 at a time, but, you know, different needles. Doing it like this, I can get all the way down to where they're both even, and then grab that periwinkle yarn, blue yarn, whatever you want to call that stuff. I don't care. And finish it. Oh my gosh. What a head start. What a head start. Past me would be so proud. I'm just saying. I'm not sure when I started this, but past me would be proud. And then look at those stitch markers. Look at those. Aren't those cute? I'm going to get those back. I had 3 pretty stitch markers on there that I get to add back into my collection. And those little circular needles that I don't think I'm going to work with anymore because they caused me discomfort. And you know, these don't. These don't. I like these. I know double points scare a lot of people, and that's fine. And if you do your socks, if you want to make socks and you do them on magic loop, 2 circular needles, however you do that, there's nothing wrong with it. The cool thing is there's a lot of different ways to get something done. And if you do these things and you can do these things, oh my gosh, more power to you. That is awesome. I wanted to. Oh, how I wanted to. Because, you know, when they first came out and they started advertising these, like, oh, that is so cool. I have to play, you know, and me and my girlfriends and everything, we went to the yarn store and we like looked at them and we drooled over them and then we visited them for a while and we finally bought them. You know how that goes, right? Yeah, that's exactly what we did. And then I played with them and I tried and it's like, well, it's a learning curve. You know, maybe if I held my arms this way and you know, this was years ago. And if they hurt my hands then, I'm not playing with it now. No, that can cause problems. That could mess me up to where I couldn't play for a while. Can you imagine? Oh, no, 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 no. That's not cool. So here we are. That is what's getting me on all the projects. So I can't tell you how many sweaters. I really can't. I can say that if I start finding a bunch of other sweaters, they would have been started for a smaller me. Yeah. So they might be more towards let's rip them out unless one of the girls were interested in them. And then that might be another story. I remember an orange sweater, very cabled. I have no idea where it's at. I think... Not positive, but I think it's on. I have a coat rack in the corner right over here, and it has bags in every slot. It has bags like this, and I think that's over there. And I believe when I started it, my gauge was off. I know it's a shock. I know it is 100% a shock. Did I do a gauge swatch? I don't know. If I did, was it this big? Probably. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So I do remember I've got about that much of it done, like either the front or back. And pretty sure it's too small. So I think that one would probably be frogged because I'm not sure. It's orange. I mean, it's orange. Hello. Oh, yeah. Not sure my daughter wouldn't be interested in that. And don't think my daughter-in-law necessarily. So when I come across that one, you know, during the whole thing, I don't know what bag, I don't know where. I just remember it. Yeah, I remember doing something. It's cables. I know that. Lots of pretty cables. Yeah, so that one is probably going to be an easy decision unless I'm misremembering and that panel's actually big enough. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So that one might be an easy one. But as far as other sweaters, I don't know. Because most of the things that we're looking through are 3+ years old. And this was before I had my sweater breakthrough. I made very detailed, beautiful sweaters in the past, well over 10 years ago. And then there was a 10-year dry spell. I could not for the life of me finish a sweater. I just couldn't do it. You know, there's nothing wrong with them. I don't understand. I could not do it. So we might find more because I know that there were multiple years where my resolve was, this is the year of the sweater. I'm going to finish the sweater and it's gorgeous and it's cool and it's perfect. And yeah, I didn't. So we've already come across 3 of them. We have come across 3 of them. I finished one and I'm working on 2 of the others. That is awesome. So who knows how many more sweaters we might come across on that Tuesday series. So definitely stay tuned. Tune into that if you like the vintage mysteries because it's a mystery. I didn't know it was in this bag and there's more in this bag. There's more in this bag. But we need to start working on some of the projects I found. I pulled out 2 projects and I want to finish them both. Where do they fit in? I'm just saying, where are they fitting in? I don't know. I need sleep. Yeah, I don't knit in my sleep. I don't crochet in my sleep either. Contrary to popular belief. That's what my parents used to say when I was growing up, is I crochet in my sleep. I used to be really, really fast. That's how that goes. Oh, with that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like that. My newest little addition, my cute little baby socks. And these, I just think this is so amazing to have gotten that done on both of those. 2 completely different socks, 2 completely unique looks, and having fun with it. And you know what? I'm kind of enjoying working with the zeros again. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't bother me in the least. And that stitch count per inch is so high, and it is such a firm fabric. Those will take so much longer to wear through, especially with the yarns that I was using, very much so. So those are going to be very loved and very appreciated. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.